thinking about, of course, the pandemic brought on, a hard stop to all things, fun and gathering or fellowship or whatever. But, in order to, it's still important to push out messages of, or to evoke, feelings of friendship and genuine bonding and camaraderie and, fill those spaces that, the people across from us, need to fill. And I think even, creating a space where people can see themselves in others. And I think that doesn't always have to happen face to face. And so, the idea, in a number of, honestly, man, at a point I was working at Trader Joe's as a graphic designer. So all of the
graphic designer?
Yeah.
What was that like? Actually, we'll talk on that later.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a dope experience, hopefully.
No, it was fine. No, I love TJ's. I love TJ's.
Was there coffee?
No, they weren't big coffee drinkers. There was always a hot cup somewhere, but I usually got it from across the street, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
But, no, TJ's was dope. But all the, signs and whatnot in the stores are all, made by hand. So, we're in there doing, straight,
You gotta explain this process to me, because that sounds fascinating.
So everything
you
from
would design what it's supposed to look like, and you would have to make it by hand, or you had a team of people.
No, there was a team. There were a few of us. So there's a TJ's standard font. So you gotta even learn you gotta do your K's this and do your so
Did
all
they
of the
purchase this font.
I think somebody just did it at some point. Somebody just the corporate, I guess, lead store designer or whatever was boom, here's the typography or the hand lettering, and you just got to imitate it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to. There is a standard. That is a brand itself. So but so yeah, all the price tags, all the large signs that had fruits and different bags of chips or whatever drawn on. It's all done by hand. So being there, I'm just looking at, customer shirts and whatnot. I'm like, damn, I can see amongst friends with that. I can see something like that. We should use collegiate joints. And so, I'm just coming up with all these ideas. And I usually have a notepad in my pocket, and I'm just sketching down stuff or
people?
Yeah, even receipt paper,
big notepad or little.
I got different sizes, man.
Okay,
just whatever works.
From Big Sean, the gold one that he was selling.
I did not know.
It's really nice.
It's fire.
It feels like snakeskin. So it's gold.
The cover.
The cover feels like snakeskin. When you open it up, it feels like sandpaper, but soft sandpaper on the inside, and the sheets of paper are kind of soft. It's kind of weird now I think about it. My dad gave me
the details,
an amazing pen. Yeah, definitely.
The details.
And he got the strap over it to let you know what part of the pages you were in last.
Okay, yeah. That's important. No, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to do that.
No. I'm a journal fan. I get busy. I've been doing mostly on my iPad now, so I can kind of keep. If I lose a journal or something, it's iCloud, whatever. But so I'm just jotting on whatever, the receipt paper, whatever I can find, just to get ideas down. And then, I'm like, okay, well, let's maybe try to do this for real. And honestly, it was a friend of mine who pushed me. Two of my friends from FAM are, I don't know how much.
Twice.
Yeah, I gotta put on.
Okay, so they out here in DC heavy.
Then the people I'm talking about, my friends I'm talking about, don't actually live in DC. But in DC, absolutely, everywhere, coming out the woodwork. So my homegirls are making a movie. I don't know how much I guess it is out, so I guess I can talk about it.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah,
you didn't sign a contract though.
The IG page is out. It's being promoted. So the film is called Robin Hood. ROBYN Hood, just HOOD. I think film. But the movie's called Robin Hood. It's about a I don't know how much I can say.
Can you give that away though?
Yeah.
Not the script.
But
so we'll just leave it.
From what I know, it's dope. So they just asked me if I had any merch. Yeah, two black women.
Black owned.
Yeah. And I think both separate production companies. All of their
2 companies came together. For
100%. No, it's love. It's all love. It's all love. And so they hit me up and asked if I had any merch or anything. And at that time it was just a design on the computer. And I'm like, well, cool. Let me just figure out how to get this made. And I asked a couple friends, who else would I go to? And said hey, if I got this done, would y'all, kind of support by purchasing one and letting that money. It's for the film, but cool.
What year was this?
These will be this was during the pandemic, so last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
What month was this?
Ooh,
this is tight. This is a tight story. This is a great timestamp like story.
I think it's almost been a year. If I'm being honest, I think it's almost been a year.
We're in July, so the middle of the pandemic.
No. I'm sorry. No, not July. It definitely. Actually, I don't. No, it was towards the end of the year. Yeah. No. It was towards the end of the year. It was towards the end of the year. Yeah. I'm sorry. Because it was winter time. We're doing. It was crew necks.
That's vicious.
The
green joint?
Yeah, the green joint. Yeah, that's how that came out. Yeah,
I still want that.
Exactly.
I still want that green joint. I'm jealous. Very jealous.
So, I mean, there was only 15. I only did 15 of them.
Still jealous.
And I was just enough to, like, get that one joint made. I think I actually sent them 2, but get, the ones made for the film, and then, just get a couple to the homies. And, that was enough confidence to feel like, hey, actually, let me, like, do some other stuff. Let me put some more into this.
Whose backyard were you in for that shoot?
Was that my mom? Yeah, that's my mom's backyard.
That was such a great backyard. I was like, where did he find these backyards?
It's just the vision, dog. Like legit. Like,
so like watching you argue about the color scheme here when we started, I was like, you find great backyards and take nice pictures. I don't get it.
It's just the and the angles, bro. Pro tip. When you're taking photos, if you're like wherever your camera, turn it upside down so the camera's closer to the ground. It gets a more dynamic shot. And like if it's like on your shoes or something, or even like from the knee, like it just gets a different like kind of angle. Bro, it works every time. I promise.
And that bigger presence, it fills up the screen.
Absolutely.
So that adds to like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of videos.
Every time.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I got you. But yeah, no, those photos were just in my mom's backyard shooting through a couple bushes, and I just put it on a timer. It wasn't even anybody taking the photos.
So it's just you. Just
it was just me.
10 toes down. Upside down camera.
I mean, it was still COVID, so I mean, it wasn't anybody
Nobody was there though. It was just you. It was you and like a tree branch.
This is facts. And
a great tree branch. You look like you were sneaking out to be like, I got drip. I was like,
I had to,
tight.
I had to put it on one time.
I wanted to send that picture to someone to be like, I should have done this.
It's not too late.
When I saw the oranges on it, I was like, nah, that's him now. That's him now. Because fun fact, in college, my boy Vaughn made the first logo I ever had, which was a glass of juice with a straw coming out of it with Beats headphones on it and 2 oranges at the bottom. And it just said juice. That shit was so vicious. I wanted to like remake that as a shirt.
Yeah, it's not too late.
No, it is.
I mean,
it's
the
not
oranges.
Too late. I just gotta like talk to him about buying that concept.
Sure.
That's what.
Yeah, no, gotta respect the artist. Gotta respect the artist.
Yeah,
I do bang with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's straight, just like inspiration and I guess backing or like people just saying like I would buy that, or I would support, or I would believe in you if you let me see the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
Yeah. And they reached out to you.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even know that I, had anything bubbling or like, I mean, my friends know, okay, I'm a designer and I've, done some stuff here and there, but there was no,
jack of all trades.
Just a creative person, man. Just like when something pops up, it's like, oh yeah, I could probably do that, or I could learn how to. I mean, even with the design, I'm self-taught, so like, why not learn something else?
Do you like lock yourself in the room? You like give yourself 72 hours. You study like some film, some YouTube University, it's popping. And you like sit down and you're like, all right, let me try this out real quick.
I definitely do. I do lean on YouTube. What is the other one called? Skillshare. I lean on that.
Great.
Give me my ad dollars or whatever. Sponsorship.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just wherever, honestly. I mean, or even just seeing somebody do something and like, oh, actually, I know like how they got that effect, and I never try to put it together like this, but let me like do my own little thing that's similar and just see what happens. And it's a useful skill set for real. I mean, just being able to like have ideas and make them real, even on paper in some way. I mean, because I'm sure people have a gazillion things, but like, how can I make somebody understand this and communicate this in a way that like, oh, actually I feel exactly what you felt when you put that on the shirt.
Especially as an artist, because getting it right, what I've learned from my friend Tariq as an artist, people will hit you up and be like, hey man, I got this idea. Gives you the idea. 2 sentences. It's like, all right, bring that to life. And you're like, fam, this image you said needs more than 2 sentences. It's like, all right, I give you back 5 more sentences. Nah, you don't need some paragraphs. Like, if you want the leaf here, what direction is the leaf supposed to hang? You need it over the edge. Is it in the cup? All right, is there a pen in the cup too? Does the cup have anything written on it? If it does, what's the font? What's the font size? How much of the cup should it be taking?
All the things.
Covering. And it's just like when I realized that, like, I realized I was spoiled, and we're all spoiled in a sense in terms of asking artists to do stuff, but not giving you guys enough information.
Yeah.
But you guys got to set boundaries with us too. Like, hey, whatever you send in, there needs to be 3 paragraphs of descriptions for this image.
Yeah. And that's
a two-way street.
That's one of the working with friends things that it's a lot of communication and patience has to be applied. Because I think
do people realize that going into business with you, or just in general? That laugh, yo. Oh, I've had that laugh before. Oh my God. I didn't expect it to be right there.
I think in general, people, I think we all can be like more patient and communicate better, and also understanding like the ways that we communicate aren't the same ways that necessarily people receive or people communicate back. And so whether it's as simple as like visual or written or verbal, or it's hey, I need you to ask me questions so I can give you the things. I have ideas, but I need you to like ask the right questions or whatever, so that it comes out the way that you want or whatever. So even just applying that, like, okay, in order for us to do this, I need X, Y, and Z. Before I start working, I'm going to send you X, Y, and Z, before it's final, you have to approve X, Y, and Z. And just like stating, hey, this is how I work, tell me how you work, and then we can do this together, or respectfully as friends, decide not to do it.